For this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about sunscreen powders, like finishing powders that you can use over your makeup that will protect you from the sun's harmful UV rays, but that are also portable and you can take with you wherever you go. These are not really meant to be used if you're going to the beach or if you're going to be out in the sun for long periods of time. This is basically just to protect you from the sun during your day-to-day activities, so just like being outside, walking around, not really for extended use, obviously not for sunbathing, although both of the ones I'm going to show you are SPF 30 or higher. Now, the reason I was interested in looking into these things is because it just so happens that I don't wear a moisturizer during the day that has sunscreen, and also my foundation doesn't happen to have sunscreen, and this is actually for a pretty decent reason. I use the oil cleansing method to wash and moisturize my face. So basically, that's just, you put some oil on your face, you warm it up, and then you wipe it off. And then if you need to moisturize, you use a little bit of the same oil. And I can talk about that in another video, but the oil that I use obviously doesn't have sunscreen. And then I mostly wear foundation at night, and I was looking for a foundation that would do well with flash photography. So I wear the NARS Sheer Glow. And as far as I know, it doesn't have any SPF, but, maybe it does. And so I wasn't interested in getting a sunscreen when I bought it. But I do wear it during the day sometimes, and obviously, even if I wasn't wearing it, I'd still want to wear some kind of sunscreen over my face. Now, the two products I'm going to show you are the Bare Minerals SPF Natural Sunscreen and Shiseido's Sun Protection Compact Foundation, which looks like this. I guess really it looks like this. Anyway, and I think they're both pretty good products. I prefer the Shiseido, and I'll get into that in a minute why. The Bare Minerals one is made of titanium dioxide. It's SPF 30, and it's kind of a smart, like the packaging is kind of smart, but I have gripes with it too. I mean, it's kind of nice because the whole thing kind of is all in one. So if you're taking this with you somewhere, you don't have to worry about putting another brush somewhere. And it doesn't leak, which is really nice because a lot of Bare Minerals stuff leaks and gets everywhere. Although I have heard they've changed some of the packaging. So if you like Bare Minerals and you wear their other stuff, although if you wear their Bare Minerals foundation, I think it already has sunscreen, so you probably don't even need this. But if you want something that you can take with you that's portable, this is pretty good. I mean, it's okay. It comes in 3 shades. It runs for about $28. The shades are basically just like really light, medium, which is like an orangey color, and then a brown. And that's it. My problem with this product is the way it's designed. The packaging is designed though, because this is a white, opaque plastic container. How am I supposed to know how much powder I have left if this is how you design your product? It doesn't make any sense. And the other thing I don't like about it is because you have to rely on how much you get out of the brush and the powder is so fine, it's really hard to tell how much you've put on until you get to put on too much. And then your face looks orange. Because the powder, at least in the medium, this is the medium, is very orange. So basically what you're supposed to do is like dab it on your skin and then buff it out. But because you can't really tell how much you're getting out, I mean, even if I go like this, I don't know if you can see this, but I mean, I guess you can see, but it just doesn't seem like very much. And doing that is not the same as dabbing it on your face. So that's my issue with this, is that if this came in like a compact, or even if it just came in like the pot like they make, I would like that better. I mean, I understand why they've made this like this, but it's just really hard to tell how much you're wearing, and it's also really hard to tell if you have any left. So I don't think I would buy this again just for that reason. On the other hand, it is preservative-free, it's chemical-free, it's oil-free. It's a good product in terms of the formula of the powder itself. It's all titanium dioxide, which is a natural sunscreen. So if you're looking for something that's natural, this is a good choice. The only thing is like I said, it's just hard to put on, and it's hard to tell how much you have on until you have too much on. And so that's why I started looking for alternatives. And I'd heard a lot of good things about this product, this Shiseido Sun Protection Compact Foundation. And, I went to the counter. I bought it at Lord & Taylor. And the ladies that were there, had a lot of nice things to say about it. It's easy to use. It's also natural. It's also made with titanium oxide. It has another chemical sunscreen in it too. But I was doing some research on it. It's not really like a big deal. It's actually one of the most commonly used sunscreen chemicals that are ever used. And the reason they use that is because it's like an allergen-free chemical, so most people don't have reactions to it. So if you have sensitive skin, you might want to try this. And this one comes in about 5 colors. Although I was looking at the colors, I was looking at the swatches online. I didn't look at the colors when they were at Lord & Taylor because they didn't have a display of them. And it just seems like the colors are pretty like much in the medium tone. Like there's one that's like a little bit fairer and one that's a little bit darker. But the 3 in the middle just kind of all look the same. The difference with this is like the undertones. So you're not just getting like this, where the medium is just an orange powder. This you can get, pink undertones or yellow undertones. Mine is, I think, number 34, SP30. That's my color. And that's more of a yellow tone. But the powder itself is really sheer, so you can't really even tell you're wearing it. I mean, I swatched it at the store, and I've been wearing it now. And under my foundation, you really can't tell at all. The only thing I can say about it is that it's nice and matte, so it's a good powder. Like, that was the other thing that I was thinking, when I was buying this, is that I wanted something that was a powder that I could use over my makeup during the day. I mean, at night I use like a Mineral Veil or the e.l.f. Studio Fix. But during the day, you want to get a little extra protection, and, you need a powder. So I like this for that reason. It's definitely easier to use. It's a little more expensive the first time you buy it. This, it's all-in-one for $28. This one, the packaging is not included. So what I mean by that is the physical compact is not included. You have to buy this separately. But if you ask me, I think that's ingenious, because I guess if you sold this all together, it'd be like $35. And the powder itself, and the powder always comes with a fresh sponge, the powder refills are only $26.50. So, you can save money that way in the long term, although the compact is $8. So, honestly, like, it's a little bit more money up front, but I think this is a smarter idea because, first of all, you don't have to buy a new compact every time. Like, I mean, I guess if you break it or if you're really accident prone, you might think this is not smart. But, I mean, like, most of the time, you end up with just, like, a lot of empty compacts that you throw away. And this is, like, a pretty high quality, like, a good quality one. It's nice and, it's just plastic, but it has a, a little tray for your sponge and a mirror. So I think this is a good idea. You're saving yourself some money because you don't have to buy the packaging every time. And you're kind of saving the environment too because you're not buying all this extra plastic every time you need to buy powder. And powder is one of those things that you go through pretty quickly. I have like a little bit of beef with this. The only thing I don't like about it is it's a little bit fluffy. So if I use a brush, I end up with a lot of like powder crumbs at the bottom. But that's pretty much it. That's like my only problem with this so far. I haven't had any reactions or anything like that, so that's good. And I think this is just better because it's easier to use. It's more portable. I can put this on the subway, or if I'm, not in front of a mirror. As with this, you'd have to use a mirror because, you'll be there all day trying to figure out if you got any on. And you need to know when you turn orange so you can go wash your face. So if any of you have used this, either of these products, or you've tried something else, or if you have any questions or anything about this, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll talk to you soon.